Good morning, students of financial management. Uh, Welcome to the fourth week of financial management. In this week, we shall cover two topics. That is the concept of time value of money and capital budgeting techniques. We begin with the concept of time value of money, or rather the mathematics of finance. I know you've heard of the English saying that a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. In finance, this saying can be applied to say that a shilling today is worth more than a shilling in future. So this is to say that the value of money declines over time. That a shilling today can buy a commodity, but tomorrow the shilling may not be able to buy that commodity because it will have lost its value. You may actually need to add something extra to the shilling so as to buy that same commodity that you're able to buy using a shilling yesterday. So money loses its value over time. So some of the reasons as to why money loses its value over time is one, future uncertainties. Yeah. So for most individuals, they'd rather spend their money in the present than keep it for the future because of the inherent uncertainties about the future. No one is sure about the future. Say, for instance, in the event of a death, that money that individual may have kept may not help that individual, yeah, because it's no more, yeah. So most individuals would rather spend the money in the present when they are sure of the present, yeah. So that time they can spend their money, but in future no one is sure about the future. Maybe that money can be stolen. How will it benefit you? So you'd rather spend it in future, in the present, when you're sure. Another reason for people preferring for the time value of money is preference for current consumption. Yeah, we all have that need to spend at the present. Say, for example, in the case of hunger, yeah, you cannot sustain hunger for long, yeah, without eating. You have to spend on your stomach. Yeah, you cannot keep your money there so that you can eat tomorrow. Yeah, so as an example, so individuals naturally prefer to consume in the present. So preference for current consumption is one of the other reasons as to why individuals as to why money will lose value over time. Another reason for the time value of money, the loss in the value of money over time, is present investment opportunities. Yeah. So they say that in most cases, an opportunity doesn't come twice. It doesn't knock on your door twice. Yeah. So individuals need to take advantage of these opportunities as they arise. Yeah. And for you to take advantage of investment opportunities, you need to have money with you. Yeah. So if you don't have that money, maybe it's you've lent it to someone else, then you are unable to take advantage of an opportunity. So as such, individuals prefer to have that money with themselves to spend it now. Yeah. Another reason is inflation. I know you know what inflation is. Yeah. The persistent increase in general price levels. Yeah. Inflation means that the value of money loses its value, loses the value of money declines over time because of inflation. So you find a commodity today is 20 shillings. Tomorrow the same commodity is 30 shillings because that the value of money has declined, not because the commodity has increased in value, but the value of money has declined over time, yeah, because of inflation. So you'd rather spend that the money you have at the moment on that commodity when you have that money, as opposed to when the value of the commodity's price has gone up. Yeah, you may not be able to afford it because of inflation. And then there are other reasons of holding money by individuals that will lead to the decline in value of money over time. According to the economists, we have the transactionary motive, we have the speculative motive, and we have the precautionary motive. So as per the transactional motive, individuals will prefer to hold money in order to undertake, to engage in transactions, yeah, in order to buy and sell goods, in order to pay rent, for example, in order to pay electricity, in order to pay those house utilities, in order to eat, you need money. You need money to buy goods and services. Yeah. Another reason is speculative motive. Yeah. Speculative in finance and economics involves taking advantage of investment opportunities. Yeah. So to speculate in investments, so you need money in your pocket for you to take advantage of an opportunity. If you don't have money in your pocket, then you lose that opportunity to invest. Another reason, as per the economist, is precautionary motive. Individuals prefer to hold money in order to take advantage of emergencies that may arise. So in case of an accident, yeah, you need money to help you. So as such, individuals prefer to have their money with them, yeah, because this money will be of help to them at the moment. And this money, if not used at the moment, the money may not be helpful to them in future, because that money will have lost its value, yeah, over time. So the concept of time value of money, that a shilling today is worth more than a shilling in the future. Because of this concept of time value of money, you'll find that individuals will tend to charge interest if they are to lend their money to someone else. So if you are to give your money to a friend, you will charge interest as a premium for the time value of that money. Yeah, because you've actually denied yourself the opportunity to use this money, yeah, at the moment. Yeah, you've forgone many opportunities. You've forgone a current consumption. You've gone to bed hungry because you've lent this money to someone else. You tend to charge an interest to this person. So therefore, since money loses value over time, individuals tend to charge interest on lending. So here we look at two concepts of valuing money, of time value of money. We look at compounding and discounting. So what is compounding? Compounding means to find the future value of money. Yeah, to find the future value of money, to find the value of a shilling today, tomorrow. Yeah, so a shilling today, how much will it be worth tomorrow? So in this case, we use the concept of compounding. So we use the compound interest formula. I know this is familiar to you. The compound interest formula is equal to A, that is the future amount, is equal to the principal or the present amount multiplied by, in brackets, 1 plus the interest rate raised to the power of time. And in this case, the time is in years. And the interest rate is usually quoted in the number of, in years per annum, the interest rate per annum. So this compounding formula can be applied in finance to say that the future value, FV, is equal to the present value multiplied by, in brackets, 1 plus the interest rate, R, raised to the power of n. In this case, n being the number of years and R being the interest rate per annum. PV being the present value of money, the future FV being the future value of money. So that is discounting, to find the future value of money. Then we have the concept of discounting. Discounting means to find the present value of money. So in this case, to find the present value of money, we use this formula. That is the present value, PV. The present value, PV, is equal to the future value multiplied by, in brackets, 1 plus the interest rate raised to the power of negative n. Raised to the power of negative n. If you look at these two formulas keenly, is that for compounding, we have the future value as a subject of the formula, whereas for discounting, we have the present value of as a subject. of the formula. So once we understand the concept of discounting, then it's easy to understand, once you understand the concept of compounding, it's easy to understand the formula of discounting, because you simply make the future value, the present value, to be the subject of the formula. So if the compounding formula is future value is equal to present value plus times in brackets 1 plus r raised to power n, then the present value shall be equal to, you can see it down here. So the future value being equal to fv, that is the future value being equal to the present value multiplied by in brackets 1 plus r interest rate raised to power n. To find the present value, you simply make the PV to be the subject of the formula. And I know you guys understand, you've done mathematics before, you know the concept of making something to be the subject of the formula. So once you after you've made the PV the subject of this formula, you will end up with this formula. That is the present value being equal to the future value divided by 1 plus the interest rate raised to the power of n. I hope you can all see that. Yeah. So the present value is equal to the future value divided by 1 plus r in brackets raised to the power of n, which is similar to the present value being equal to the future value multiplied by in brackets 1 plus the interest rate raised to the power of negative n. So this formula is the same as this formula. Yeah. So when you divide something by another thing raised to the power of something, that will be the same as multiplying that something times that something you are to divide with raised to the power of negative n. I hope there we're in agreement. Yeah. So with that, we're able to find the future value of money by compounding and find the present value of money by discounting. So you can look at some examples. We have a few illustrations. So illustration 1, that Joseph intends to invest in a piece of land costing 850,000 shillings. He is certain that he will sell this piece of land at 910 shillings at the same time next year. That is a sure gain of 60,000 shillings. Given that banks are offering a 10% interest, should Joseph invest in this project? So in this case, we have our present value being 850 and the future value being 910. So in this case, we have the option of finding the rate at which this 850 grew by to attain 910. I think I had done this in a video that some of you rejected some while ago, so I may not be able to repeat it here. So you have the option of finding the rate at which 850 has grown to 910, or you compound 850 at the rate of 10% for the period of 1 year, because you are told something to do with next year. So you compound 850 using the rate of 10% for 1 year. So this is what has been done here. So the future value being the present value times in brackets 1 plus the interest rate raised to the power of n. So the present value is 850,000 shillings multiplied by in brackets 1 plus the interest rate, which is 10%, which is the same as 0.1, raised to the power of 1, which gives us 935. So then the conclusion is you should not invest in the project since the future value is more than the selling price of the land. So if he puts this money in the bank, giving a 10% rate of interest, he's going to get 935 at the end of 1 year, as opposed to him buying the piece of land and selling it at 910. Yeah, he'll make less by buying land. He'll make less by 25,000 shillings. So in this case, Joseph would rather invest by saving that money in a bank that is offering a 10% interest rate. We have another illustration that Mr. Juma will receive 1,000,000 shillings 3 years from today. If he can earn a return of 10% for an average investment, what is the present value of his future cash flow. So in this case, Ouma is set to receive 1,000,000 shillings in 3 years' time. So this is the future money that he will receive. So this is a future value of the money. So in this case, we are required to determine the present value. So to find the present value, you simply discount. So therefore, you get the present value is equal to the future value multiplied by in brackets or 1 plus r raised to the power of n, or in this case, the future value divided by 1 plus r raised to the power of n. So that is 1,000,000 divided by 1 plus 0.1, which gives us 1.1 raised to the power of 3. That is 3 years. So 1,000,000 divided by 1.1 to power 3, which gives us 751,315 shillings. So this is a present value of 1,000,000 shillings at the rate of 10% for a period of 3 years. And then Koech won a Christmas lottery. You can see our illustration is not clear, so I will skip that. I hope you guys understand the concept of compounding and discounting. So we may also have another example, maybe finance related, that the current price of a loaf of bread is 50 bob. Yeah, 15 years ago, the same loaf was selling at 20%. So at what rate has the loaf of bread changed over the last 15 years? So in this case, we are being asked for the rate. So in our case here, finance, we are asking for the interest rate, the rate at which the loaf of bread, the price of the loaf of bread has changed over the 15 years from 20 shillings to 50 shillings. So in this case, we have the two formulas, the compounding and discounting. We can choose to discount. In this case, we have the price 15 years ago is equal to the price now multiplied by in brackets 1 plus r raised to the power of negative 15, the number of years, 15 years. So this is discounting. So you discount the price now to the price 15 years ago, or we compound the price 15 years ago. Yeah, we can compound the price 15 years ago in order to get the present price. So to compound the price 15 years ago, we have the price 15 years ago multiplied by brackets 1 plus r raised to the power of 15. Raised to the power of 15. So those two formulas will give us r. Since we have the price 15 years ago, we have the price now, and we have the number of years. And we have we don't have the interest rate, which is our unknown. So in this case, we apply the discounting formula. So 20 shillings, that is the price 50 years ago, is equal to 50 shillings, the price now, plus time multiplied by 1 plus r, which is our unknown, raised to the power of 15. So what is r? So to get r, so we make r to be the subject of the formula. So we divide both sides by 50. So to remove 50 from this side, and then we take the root, the negative 15th root of 1 plus r raised to the power negative 15, so as to remove the power. So we do that, we take the negative 15th root on both sides. So we are left with like that. And then we are left with negative 15th root of 20 divided by 50 is equal to 1.0629937,929. Yeah, equal to 1 plus r. So therefore, r is equal to 1.06299 minus 1. Therefore, r is equal to 0.06299 or 6.299%. So that is root discounting. If we apply compounding, we still get the same answer. So the current price is equal to the price 15 years ago multiplied by 1 plus r raised to the power of 15. So in this case, 50 is equal to 20. 50 is equal to 20 multiplied by in brackets 1 plus r raised to the power of 15. So you divide both sides by 20, and then we take the 15th root of 1 plus r on both sides, and the 15th root of 50 divided by 20. So like that. And then it will give us 1.06299. That is the 15th root of 50 divided by 20 is 1.06299, which is equal to 1 plus r. That is the 15th root of 1 plus r raised to the power of 15. So therefore, we end in the end with r being equal to 1.06299 minus 1, and our r being equal to 6.299%.